Good morning, traders and potential traders. This is Nuke coming at you with another episode of Day Trading with Nuke. And we got the same watch list that we had yesterday. So we're going to jump right into it, guys. Hope you all had a good morning, or night, rather. And things are kind of going crazy today. You know, algorithms are getting stupid. Things are kind of jumping out of the box here in the last 15 minutes. So, looking at Apple, come on, play nice. See, my charting is already all cattywampering. What I was looking at was had a really good pre-market resistance drawn out from yesterday, and then, about 20 minutes ago, this thing broke out of it like crazy. So what am I looking at for what we have today? As far as for what we have today on it, if it will ever start to cooperate, is the day started at the 179.21, and for a while this thing's been dropping off the face of the planet. And then yesterday, we had a nice little pop, and then yesterday it finally came back down to the 20. It had a lot of range of movement to it. So we're kind of sandwiching between the 50 and the 20 right now. I think it's going to have some more range to the high side as long as the SPY can hold up. But I don't expect to see that's going to move much beyond the 181. If it does break the 181 and continue on up, expect to see that hit around the 183.54 would be a good solid number to look for. And steadily bounce off the top of this pre-market resistance. All right, guys, the next up we're going to have is going to be NVDA. NVIDIA had a lot of range of motion yesterday, and if we look at it, for the most part, it stayed below this resistance line, and just really nice ping pong action, and it really played to the fibs well. It opened today at 156.94, and what can we expect out of it for today? Well, if it breaks above this resistance line, and granted, it's been falling off the face of the planet. But we had that red day yesterday. It's kind of sandwiching in up here. So there's a lot of stuff, potential. It could break above, but if it does break above, it's sandwiched here between the 9 and the 50. If it breaks below, our next point of resistance is likely going to be down here around the 154. So it could do a little bit of anything. Keep your eyes open. But all in all, $3 to $6 range of motion is about what you can look for. Let's see, make sure my math is right. $3 to $4 easy today. So it's got a lot of room to play. Next up is going to be Facebook. And guys, man, normally the charts look a lot better than this, but we're at the end of the week. A lot of stuff's going on. They had those trade talks came out. Trump tweeted again. So things are kind of a little all over the place right now this morning. But using this as a pre-market support, and where it bottomed out, and then, like I said, the last 15 minutes, it really jumped up here on Facebook too. So that's providing a lot of dynamic change just out of the blue. So, yeah, we had that downward trend. But on this one, we're above the 50. We've got a long way to go before we get up to the 200. So I would be more inclined to see Facebook after this little cover pop in this area of consolidation. I don't know, guys. Once this little morning cap gets over, unless we can break over the 140 mark, which would come over here, you see dead on balls here. That's also dead on balls with where we capped out yesterday. It could retest that and then expect it to come back down and retest this support. If the support and the pre-market open don't hold, then expect our next level of resistance or support is going to be found rather at 136. So all in all, somewhere about $4 worth of movement. Next up is going to be AMD. Maybe. All right. AMD, at least I was able to find a nice little wedge pattern in it. We can take a look at it on the 4-hour. You see how it's really developing nicely. And we're kind of halfway in between the 200 and the 20, and we're riding on that 9 EMA. So right now, this thing is anybody's guess. I'd look to see this thing kind of sandwich here into this triangle before it breaks out or down. I'm a little more inclined to see it retest here at the open and then break below this support, but anything can happen, right? Expect to see a range of motion somewhere between 21, a little over 21, and on the high side, maybe 21.76. So that's not going to be a lot. Maybe $1.50 range of motion out of AMD today, unless something tanks. If something tanks, you very likely could see it all the way down around, if it broke that one, probably around the 20. So give it a little bit more, all the way here up to here. So $1 to $2 range of motion out of AMD, but not my favorite one for the day. Baba wasn't looking too great on the charts. What I was able to find is this area of consolidation where we are nicely developing into this wedge. So I would really like to see what happens later in the day and then see it break out either to the upside or downside. And as you can see, we're basically center punching that wedge right now. So currently we're on the high side of the wedge. I look to see it drop to the low side. It's just been kind of messy all morning. I wouldn't get my panties in a bunch over it and just kind of let it do whatever it's going to do. Don't take it too seriously. Let it come to you. Don't try and force it. The start of the day was at 155.64. So, yeah, it's more likely to pull a little bit to the downside than it is the high side. All right, next up is going to be Caterpillar has no pre-market data. And as you can see on the longer term trend, we're starting to set up a very, wrong tool. I said tool. We're at the 7-minute mark, so this one's going to be under 10 minutes. We're setting up a nice wedge pattern here, as you can see. So as we get in here, I just don't see a lot of breakout ready. I think it's going to hold this 200 resistance and drop down. So, well, it seems to be climbing at the moment, but I don't know. There's no pre-market data available yet, or at least not enough that you can really see. I'm just more leaning towards this is going to tank to the downside if this and follow the SPY. All right, last but not least is going to be Tesla. Tesla was ugly like a baby from Walmart there earlier in the day, and the last 4-hour chart, the last few days has just been all over the place. So I really hate to even say it though, like which way we're going to go. And the pre-market data is really kind of sketchy. So nothing to show you, but just know that it's on my watch list. Yeah, you know what? Actually, there is something to show you. What I'm going to show you is this is just kind of ludicrous. It's all over. If you're going to trade it, be real safe. Don't go out on a limb with anything. Wait for the plays to set up. Let them develop. And do less action and more thinking. Let it prove what it wants to do rather than you just jumping in. All right, guys, with that being said, catch us today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 11 to noon Pacific Standard Time or 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be doing some free mentor sessions as a thank you to the guys that have got me up to over 250 subscribers. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below, leave me some comments, let me know what you think, and when we get to another 500 or 500 total subscribers, I'm going to do this again, but at the 500 subscriber mark, I'm going to do these episodes for a full 2-hour mentoring, so you'll have a lot more content, a lot more time, and we can discuss things, flush them out, get you on the air, and kind of see what you have questions about and what we can do to help you with them. All right, guys, with that being said, we got it done in under 10 minutes, and I will see you later on today with an afternoon recap.